Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this unseen video. This is where we round up all the major talking points from social media. A little bit quiet today. It is New Year's Day, so I think everyone is nursing their hangover from last night, but we do have a very interesting top story, right? So a Karrion Kross Bray Wyatt show, right, was in the works when both of these guys were outside of WWE. So when they had both been released, they actually hooked up. Karrion said that Bray and Scarlett bumped into each other at like an airport, got into a big conversation. And actually what they were going to work on was they were going to work on Karrion Kross, Bray Wyatt, doing like this episodic wrestling show. So we don't know how long it would have gone for, but it would have been in episodes. We don't know where it would have aired. Probably YouTube would be my guess. But if you think about the standards that Bray Wyatt set himself, if you think about the connections that he has in the industry, like Jason Baker, for example, if you think about the storytelling ability of not only Bray, but Karrion as well, I have no doubt whatsoever that even if it had have gone onto YouTube, it still would have looked amazing and it still would have been absolutely captivating, right? I think if you think about YouTube and wrestling, you can kind of conjure up images of like backyard wrestling. I think this would have been a much higher standard than that. And honestly, it's kind of a real shame we never got it, to be honest, because what happened was WWE got in touch with Karrion and said, we want you to return. Karrion then spoke to Bray and said, well, what shall I do? And they agreed, like, you need to go back because Triple H is in charge now. And is there anyone better to work for than Triple H? So they agreed. He went back. Of course, Bray would end up going back as well. And so we ended up missing out, if you will, on this project. But never knew about this, never heard about this. Actually, Karrion in this interview, not Sam Wrestling, he said, I don't think anyone's ever heard this story, and went into talking about this project that he'd been working on. So if you're a Bray Wyatt fan, that's pretty crazy information to receive, to be honest, that we were pretty close to getting this very special wrestling show, this episodic wrestling show where I don't know if there was any pitches or, you know, how far they got into the process. I certainly don't think anything was filmed, but who knows if there's maybe a script out there or an outline out there. I mean, Karrion did say that the whole thing would have built towards the two finally facing off against each other. So they would have been kept apart and they would have just built it. Whether there would have been other matches, other superstars, again, don't know. I feel like there's a lot of questions to be asked of Karrion about this. It would be good to kind of dig a little deeper into this, but unfortunately, we never got it, but still interesting to find out about it. Right, we did get some other bits and bobs, though, including this. So, wrestling fans since day one, thank you. I want to shout out Emmanuel as well, because made an excellent point that this appears to be a reference to Carrie, and Carrie was betrayed by a friend. And so is this actually a message? Is this actually a communication that Jade knows that she was betrayed by a friend? Is that what she's trying to communicate here? Or is it just a case that she's doing a bit of a fun photo shoot, because we know that Jade enjoys doing those as well, right? So you never quite know with Jade what's being communicated. We don't really get loads from her. And considering now that Christmas is in the rearview mirror, New Year's is in the rearview mirror, we're building towards that Raw on Netflix. We've got the Rumble coming up. We've got WrestleMania not that far away. I wonder if she is putting this out there more from a wrestling perspective. I wonder if there is a message here that she's trying to communicate, which is, I know I was betrayed by a friend. very interesting. We'll have to see how that unfolds. Also very interesting, Omos winning a championship over in Noah. So Shaquem, thank you. Simply Dave said Omos has made history. He is the first ever signed WWE wrestler to win gold in Noah. That's amazing. I didn't even know he was in a championship match. I knew he was in a tag match, but I didn't know it was for the tag titles. But he and his partner have won them. So he is now the first ever WWE signed wrestler to win a championship in Noah. And yeah, he's there for a little while, apparently. Don't know how many matches, but it's not just one match. So whether it'll be one more match or a few more matches. But honestly, I think this is a great way of using him, and he has been so well received. I saw loads of tweets from the Japanese fans, the Noah fans, just like, he might not be the best wrestler, but his size is incredible. He moves so well for a big man. Those are the kind of comments that they're making over in Japan. So yeah, very interesting stuff. Right, here, look, we've got Alexa, or Lexi, but I feel like this is a bit of an Alexa tweet, actually, because she does end blissful. So she said, Happy New Year. I hope your 2025 is quite blissful. I mean, obviously, Alexa Bliss returning sooner rather than later. And I do feel like there's a cheeky little tease there from Alexa. So, yeah, very fun. Talking of fun as well, Netflix, the move has happened. Of course, the WWE Network has shut down. We looked at that in the last Unseen. Today, I've been bombarded with people showing me the kind of content that's on Netflix today. I got to say, personally, I find it underwhelming. It is a lot less than what we had on the WWE Network, but we knew this, right? This is no great surprise. But yeah, a lot of people like showing off what's on there now. It doesn't even look like all the episodes of Raw have actually moved over, because we know we've got the Raw Vault, the SmackDown Vault, the NXT Vault. It looks like they haven't moved all the episodes over. So what I've heard is that they're going to upload them over time. So that's annoying. So not only have we no longer got like WCW, ECW, the territory stuff, primetime wrestling, superstars of wrestling, the Coliseum home bit, all of that is gone. But as well, we don't even have the full back catalogue of Raw episodes and SmackDown episodes. They're going to keep adding to those. So there is some new additional stuff, though, of course, that Netflix have been putting up. Big E hosted that best of 2024 thing today, which had this in it, right? So, dude, I just watched the Wyatt Sicks segment in the Best of Raw 2024 Netflix special, right? So this is some extra new content that Netflix have provided, right? It's not the most exciting thing in the world. It's just the best of 2024. But it did have a bit of a re-edited Wyatt Sicks segment in there. So it wasn't new, but there was a couple of new things in there. It had like a lot of Nightbird images. And then it showed the massacre when the group finally arrived. And then it moved on to the sessions. You remember when Nikki was delivering the videotapes, right? We saw what was like the interviews, the sessions. There was something just a little bit interesting that caught my eye. It's nothing massive, but like you see this subject, Bo Dallas, subject, Uncle Howdy. I don't remember that being there when we were watching these interviews originally. I feel like this text has been added afterwards. And the reason why it jumps out is because it kind of suggests to me that whoever did these interviews, whoever organized these sessions, they wanted to speak to Bo Dallas. He was a subject. They also wanted to speak to Uncle Howdy. He was a separate subject. And we haven't seen that with any of the other Wyatt Sicks. It's not like we did an interview with Dexter Lumis and then we also did one with Mercy. It's not like we did an interview with Nikki Cross, but then we also did one with Abby the Witch. It's not like we did one with Joe Gacy and then we did one with Huskus. it's only Bo and Uncle Howdy that we've got like this kind of two characters, one body situation going on, which I just think is very interesting. My first thought was, does this mean that Bo Dallas and Uncle Howdy are actually two members of the Six in the Wyatt Sicks? But then, of course, my brain said no, because that URL, which was during Nightbirds, that had all the first letters of the members, and it didn't have B for Bo. It only had U for Uncle Howdy. And that's kind of interesting as well, isn't it? That Bo isn't in the group in a way, right? He is, of course, but then he also isn't. He wasn't listed as being one of the members in the group in that URL. But, I mean, he has featured, and he did get his own interview, and he is mentioned here as well. So, I don't know. I just found all of this a bit messy, but quite interesting. The fact that Bo and Howdy are the only kind of two characters, one body situation. We don't have that with any of the others. And yeah, they're both listed as being subjects, separate subjects. And this text I really don't think was there originally. I think this has been added since. So it might be worth going through with a magnifying glass, seeing what other little bits and bobs can be found. But by and large, it was just a recap of their journey, their story so far. Probably went about 4 or 5 minutes in total, so it wasn't the longest thing in the world. But yeah, it had lots of imagery. The warnings, and then it went into like Nightbird imagery. You will understand what we have become, and it was good. It was really, really good. You can see Metal Mama really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as well. Right here, this is another of these shows. So a lot of these different shows are available now, like the Legend shows, the Best of Raw. They're putting up more and more like Netflix exclusive content, and the host seems to be Big E. So like classic Raw, you can see all this classic Raw bits and bobs, and just looking back at like classic moments from the show as well. And so there's Big E. Witness a boatload of the greatest moments of Monday Night Raw history on Raw Classics, hosted by me, available now. So we got the Best of Raw 2024, but we also have a compilation of the greatest moments from the history of Raw. Xavier said, dude is everywhere but Monday Night Raw of his own accord, and people boo us for it. Cool. Happy New Year. So the point he's making is, look, Big E is out there working for WWE. He's doing stuff, but he could never be there on Raw with us. He could never be in our corner, yet we're the ones that you want to boo. There is a kind of point that they're making there. Like, I feel like there is something for Big E to answer, you know? I'm sure Big E's answer is going to be that he had to keep going for scans, and he didn't want to get in the way. And, you know, he was trying to work hard to get him back to the ring, so he couldn't be there on a regular basis. So, you know, he didn't want to be there one week and then not there the next week. I'm sure his answer would be something like that. But yeah, just interesting. I do sort of see his point a bit, like, he's around, he's doing kickoff shows, he's hosting these shows, but what, you can't be there for us? So interesting. Right, Jey Uso was asked what 2025 was going to have in store for him. You can see he posted on Instagram, I'm going to be world champ 2025-ish. So there we go. That's what he's set his sights on. Triple H said your Happy New Year starts now. This is just a starter to get you ready for Raw in 5 days. So again, you know, we spoke quite a bit about this. Top 10. Like countdowns, the Best of Raw 2024. We got superstar profiles. Road to WrestleMania, Legends profiles, the history of Raw, like Raw Classics. There's loads of little bits that they've put up. But as we said, the Raw Vault that's got all the old episodes, there's quite a few of those missing at the moment. And honestly, there's nothing on there that we didn't know about. There's not really anything there that's come as a surprise, you know. So my plan is to still jump onto a VPN and get subscribed to Peacock in America, because I think you guys have got a lot of that kind of back catalogue that we're now missing here in the UK. Right, Dave, shout out to you. So apparently, RIP Network, this is literally how the WWE Network shut down in Canada. So here we got Crown Jewel, look, and then it freezes, and that is it. Like mid-match, it just froze, and then this message popped up. So that's it, I believe, in French. This channel is no longer available. Scan the QR code or visit rogers.com for more information. And that was it. That was the end of the WWE Network in Canada. I actually didn't see how it ended here in the UK. Never got a chance to see how they kind of shut it all down over here. I think we were live with NXT. So, yeah, didn't get to see it. But when I jumped onto it after NXT, it was gone. That was it. There was just that screen saying, like, it's moved to Netflix. Click here to go to Netflix now. Right, Raymond, shout out to you, said, I found this very funny. CM Punk says the New Day is currently changing every week in the janitor's closet. We know they're not allowed in the locker room. Rey Mysterio, the locker room leader, said it was best they, you know, didn't go into the locker room. The boys in there just didn't want them around. So there we go. CM Punk saying that they're currently having to change in the janitor's closet. Oh, yeah, this is cool. So, Topps have announced that they are reuniting for a long-term trading card partnership. So, Wrestle Night, thank you. This is the first look. Only 6 hours ago this dropped. Cody Rhodes took some extra time to sign this one-of-one trading card. This card will be in one lucky pack of 2025 Topps Chrome WWE. So there, look, one of one is signed it, story finished. I do like when they put like a little bit extra. There's an image of Rhea as well. And I think she has signed a little bit extra, like this is my brutality or something, and then she's signed it. So it is cool when it's not just the signature, like you get that little bit extra. He does have the handwriting of a child, but other than that, lovely item. Lovely item. So have to keep our eyes peeled for those in 2025. Then we got this. This was only like 1 minute and 29 seconds long, but this had a lot of people talking. So CM Punk, Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan and more reveal what their goals are for 2025.
Punk, what's your 2025 goal?
2025. Yeah.
Give me this. Give me
What
this.
do you need? 2025 goals. Okay, thank you. Leave.
Yeah, bye.
Do I just get one?
Look at your boys. God, this is crazy.
You want to know my goals for 2025? Okay, one is to continue being the greatest women's world champion of all time. 2 is to become triple champ with Raquel Rodriguez and will become new women's tag team champions. And 3 is to continue flourishing my perfect relationship with Teddy Dom. I'm a goal getter.
Win the Royal Rumble, beat everybody, win all the titles, continue to make New Day dress in the janitor's closet, and shave Dominic Mysterio's mustache.
To not be so misunderstood and hated, because I'm just a chill guy.
Okay, 2025, we're gaining championships. We're gaining gold. The sky is the limit. Why? Because it's a new day.
You see what he did there?
To destroy as many lives as possible. That's always very important. And I'm looking at the United States Championship. I'm looking at a Continental Championship. I'm looking at the World Heavyweight Championship. And I'm looking at the Undisputed WWE Championship. All of them are coming to me.
Make sure that everyone knows I am the true, rightful WWE Champion. And I will try to remain the WWE Champion as long as I possibly can. Forget the goal in 2025. It's a goal for the next decade. How about that?
Hey, come get your dumb phone, man.
Take it from me.
Come get your garbage phone.
Take it from me. Go ahead, take it.
Yeah, take it, bro.
Get it, take it.
Take your phone.
Take it.
Yeah.
Get the phone. Get the phone.
There we go. So, New Day having a bit of fun there. We got this as well. So, Mitchell, thank you. WWE have released a new version of the spinner belt to honor John Cena. Looks really cool. I like it on a white strap, actually. I think it looks really, really good. And there's other items. So, James, thank you. The last time is now. So, there we go. The Farewell Tour. This is the LA collection. So, there we go. Very, very cool. You can see the belt right there. So, yeah, this is the LA collection. I'm guessing this is for that first Raw, which is obviously in LA. And, yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of these different collections throughout 2025 as we work our way towards John Cena's final match. Right, let's go over to community, shall we? So, Jukes, congrats, my friend. Getting a follow from the Jumping Bomb Angels. Same as HQ Last Kicker. Getting a like and a follow. So, very, very good. Same here as well with Big Migs Gaming. Amazing. I'm loving the fact that this community is showing so much love to the Jumping Bomb Angels. I love it. I absolutely love it. I've said before, if you get a follow from the Jumping Bomb Angels, you are guaranteed entry into the community folder. Just make sure that you ping me the picture. And yeah, Big Migs Gaming, HQ Last Kicker, Dukes Wrestling. Shout out to all of you. Then we'll go other. I don't think there's loads. Yeah, Speedball Mike Bailey. His TNA contract has expired, but he's unfortunately expected to go to AEW, which is quite disappointing because honestly, I would love to see him come to NXT. I think he's a great talent. And then I think the only thing we've got to do is thanks. So it's Kaz. Appreciate it, my friend. Dukes Wrestling. Thank you, buds. Big Bam. Thank you, my friend. Big Migs Gaming again. Appreciate it. Cowboys, Seahawks, and Bow State fan. Thank you. Dane Stewart. Appreciate it, bud. Michael. Thank you, my friend. Sweet Chin Wrestling. Thank you. Hieronymus Drake. Thank you, bud. Wrestling's biggest fan. Thank you, my friend. Raymond. Appreciate it. CM Chunk. Thank you, bud. Bradley. Thank you, my friend. Kelly the Wise Lady. Congrats on going into the Community Hall of Fame, of course. Casey Jade, thank you, buds. Wrestle Night, appreciate it. Brown 666, thank you, my friend. Robin, tagging me in this, loved it. Jang Tae Sang, thank you. Shaq Dizel, appreciate it. Callum, thank you, my friend. And Emmanuel, really, really appreciate the support. So there we go. That was today's Unseen. A little bit lighter, but I quite like the light ones. Obviously, it was New Year's Day, so things were quite quiet. I will try to have another Unseen for you tomorrow, and we'll try to get it up around the same time. So, yeah, hope everyone is having a great start to their 2025s. And obviously, we're getting ever closer towards that absolutely massive episode of Raw on Monday. So, thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. See you next time. Bye for now.